Welcome to Weight Loss and Wellness for Real, the podcast where people like you get the practical solutions and support you need to permanently lose the physical and mental weight so you can feel better and live the life you really want to live in the body and mind you really want to be living in. If you're looking to overcome your stress eating, overeating, binging behaviors, and move to a place of food and body freedom, as well as find more meaning and more moments of joy in life, you are in the right place. Hey everyone, thanks for being here and for listening. I really appreciate each and every one of you listening. Just a reminder, you can head to my website, scroll to the bottom of the page, and sign up for my free once a month newsletter. It's at heatherheinen.com. Heinen is spelled Heynen, heatherheinen.com. And you'll get a monthly newsletter from me. It's all things well-being, so just tips and tricks on how to feel better, how to create sustainable change, whatever your goals are in life. I always include a high protein, pretty easy recipe, and then links to products and services that support this podcast with discount codes for you. Anyway, head over there and sign up for that. Okay, today we are going to talk about getting out of the productivity trap, why doing less can lead to more success. Have you ever had a day where you kind of check off everything, every box on your to-do list, but still sort of feel like you didn't accomplish anything meaningful? Or maybe you're constantly busy, but never seem to make real progress towards the things that actually matter to you. We really live in a culture that glorifies busyness, and productivity is sort of seen as this ultimate virtue. By doing more is often equated with being better. But I just want to challenge that thought. And this is a thought over the years that I've really had to challenge in myself because this was me for so long. Like, I'm definitely a doer. I am definitely was stuck in this mindset that I always had to be doing more. It was very hard for me to relax anytime I was trying to relax or nothing was going on. I had all these thoughts of, but I should be doing this, but I should be doing that. I work with lots of clients who have thoughts like that. I just, had to start challenging that because there were some physical health issues I was then dealing with that I knew was kind of coming from running myself ragged, if you will. So, you know, is doing more, is doing more really about does it really mean that we're better? I think it's a lie. So, what if constantly trying to do more actually makes us less effective, less fulfilled, and even more exhausted? So, that's kind of where we're going to go today because I do believe, and this is evidence based as well. So, this is in the research that constantly trying to do more does actually make us less effective, less fulfilled, and more exhausted. Okay, so we want to explore why busyness doesn't equal effectiveness because I want you to really understand how that works. We're going to talk about how overworking can really sabotage our goals. And I don't just mean at a job. When I say overworking, I mean filling our days with such busyness. That's what I mean when I talk about overworking. So this can be at work, but also home life, all the things within life. We're going to talk about the science behind strategic rest and why it's essential, and then how to shift your mindset and start working smarter, not just harder. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed, exhausted, or guilty for not doing enough, this is a really great episode for you. So let's start with a very simple but powerful truth. Being busy and being productive are not the same thing. Busyness is about activity. It's filling your schedule, it's checking off tasks, and feeling like you're always doing something. Productivity is about results. It's moving the needle on the things that actually matter to us. But in our culture, we often confuse the two. We glorify hustle, a word I despise. We glorify hustle, long hours, and overcommitment, even when those things are not making us any more successful and definitely not more fulfilled. So here's an example. Think about someone who works 60 plus hours a week but never seems to get ahead. They're always exhausted, always working, yet their career, relationships, and health are suffering. That's not true productivity. That's just burnout disguised as achievement. So, why do we fall into this trap? There's a few psychological and cultural reasons why we equate busyness with worth. I'm only worthy if I'm busy. Number one, this one's really obvious cultural conditioning. We're taught that hard work equals success and rest equals laziness. I cannot tell you the number of people I work with who have the self-talk that they tell me all the time, well, I'm lazy. I'm just lazy. That word, right? That word, laziness. So we're taught hard work equals success and rest equals laziness. The rise of the hustle culture has made grinding, another word I hate, seem like a badge of honor. Okay, number two, the dopamine effect of being busy. Checking things off a to-do list gives us a quick dopamine hit. It makes us feel good. But we mistake task completion for meaningful progress. They are not the same. And then number three, it's fear of being left behind. We see other people working hard and assume we have to keep up. Social media amplifies this by showing everyone's highlight reel of constant successes, right? But here's the kicker. Overworking doesn't actually lead to better results. In fact, it often does the opposite. So here's how overworking backfires. Studies show that working more hours doesn't necessarily lead to more productivity. And in many cases, it actually reduces it. So here's the science behind it. This was research out of Stanford, and they found that productivity drops sharply after 50 hours per week. After 55 hours, it plummets. And working beyond 70 hours, zero extra productivity. The more you push yourself without breaks, the more mistakes you make, the worse your decision making gets, and the longer tasks take. So here's examples of overwork backfiring, not just in work, in all areas of life. Because remember how we're defining overwork here. It's in all areas of our life. So in weight loss and in fitness, in our health, overtraining leads to injuries, fatigue, and burnout, preventing progress instead of supporting it. In business and creativity, the best ideas do not come from grinding for hours. They come from moments of rest and reflection. And by the way, there's so much brain science behind this. I know Huberman did a podcast on creativity. So if you're interested in why this is the way it is, I'd go listen to that one. Literally, best ideas do not come from grinding for hours. They come from moments of rest and reflection. And then in relationships, being constantly busy leaves zero time for real connection or deep connection, which really leads to loneliness, which we appear to be in an epidemic with, and disconnection. Okay, so let's talk about the power of doing less. What if working more doesn't work? What's the alternative? It is working smarter, not harder. And here's how. If you look at the 80-20 rule, 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Instead of doing everything, focus on the few things that make the biggest impact. Ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do today that will create the most meaningful progress for me? And then number two, the power of strategic rest. And I love the word strategic rest because if you do not strategize this, you're not going to do it. Rest isn't a break from productivity, it's part of it. So it's really shifting your mindset around this. Rest isn't about a break from productivity. It's part of being productive. Studies show that people who take regular breaks get more done in less time than those who power through exhaustion. So here's an action step. Try this technique, work for 25 to 50 minutes, then take a 5 to 10-minute break. I often have clients actually set their alarm at the top of the hour to remind them to take even just the 3 to 5 minutes to do some deep breathing, follow a mindfulness app for 3 to 5 minutes at the top of every hour during the day. By the way, again, this, yes, in the workplace, but this goes for you stay at home moms. You are working harder than many of us in the workplace. So this is for you too to take that time and teaching this to your children so they can take that break at the top of the hour with you as well and do some deep breathing and mindfulness. This is great for kids to start learning now. So this is for all of us, just not within the workplace, but taking a 5 to 10 minute break or a 3 to 5 minute break at the top of every hour during the day. Number three, the art of saying no, which I think I actually have a podcast from way back when titled that exact thing, the art of saying no. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So before committing to something, ask yourself, is this truly important to me? Does this align with my values? Or am I just saying yes out of guilt or habit? Okay, big one. And then here's a practice. Try saying no to one non essential commitment this week and just notice how it feels to you. Just notice how it feels. Okay, number four, shifting your identity from busy to effective. Many of us are addicted to busyness because it makes us feel valuable. This is how we feel worthy. Reframe your mindset. Instead of asking, how much can I get done? Ask, what's the most meaningful thing I can do? What's the most meaningful thing I can do today? And then here's a practical challenge to really try doing less this week. You know, we want to put this into action. We want you to practice it. So this week, try one of these strategies. Cut your to-do list in half. Identify the most important tasks and just literally let go of the rest. If you don't want to delete them, that's fine, but do not add them to your visual to-do list. Or put them on it. If you keep your to-do list in your notes on your phone, put them into another one. Non-essential to-dos, you can keep them there, but have a separate note that is only your essential to-dos. And then number two, take a real break, whether it's an afternoon off, a weekend unplugged where nothing is scheduled, or just 10 minutes of doing nothing. See how it affects your energy and clarity. And then number three, say no to one thing. Choose one commitment or one task that doesn't serve you and just let it go. And most importantly, pay attention to what happens. Does doing less make you feel more focused, less stressed, more effective? The truth is, success is not about doing more. It's about doing the right things that align with your values and bring meaning and purpose into your life. If you've been stuck in the productivity trap, constantly doing, but never feeling like you're making real progress, and this could be in any area of your life that you have a goal, I hope this episode gives you permission to step back, refocus, and start working smarter, not just harder. Because at the end of the day, your worth is not measured by how busy you are. It is measured by the impact you make and the life you build. If this episode resonated with you, it would be really great if you would share it with someone else who you think needs to hear it. And if you try any of these strategies, I would love to hear how it goes. I love hearing from you. It helps me know people are listening. It helps me know that what I'm putting out there is helpful. And I do get some feedback, which I so appreciate from so many of you who do either email me or make comments on Instagram or direct message me, those sort of things. I do love hearing about it. If you do want to contact me, Instagram direct message or Instagram comments on my post is probably the best way. And that's at Heinen, Heynen. So at Heinen Counseling and Coaching. It's a long thing, but if you start typing it in, I'll pop up. So head over there and let me know how it's working for you. Thanks for listening, and we will talk soon. Just a quick interruption to tell you about David protein bars, and they are the best out there with the highest protein content of any other bar with the amount of calories. So these have the highest protein content and the lowest calories out there and very limited sugar. They give you exactly what you need. Fuel that works without the unnecessary junk in them. And whether you need a quick post-workout snack or something to keep you going during a busy day, or you need to get your protein in the mornings for breakfast and you don't have a lot of time, these bars have you covered. And as a listener, you get an exclusive discount. Use davidprotein.com/Heather. So again, davidprotein.com heather to save on your order. And if you want, you can just scroll below to the episode description, and there's a link right there for you that you can click on and get you there immediately. The information in this podcast is intended to provide a broad understanding and knowledge of healthcare topics. This information is for educational purposes only and should not be considered complete and should not be used in place of advice from your physician or healthcare provider. We recommend you consult your physician or healthcare professional before beginning or altering your personal exercise, diet, or supplementation program. Did you know you can find a lot more help from me on my website? Go to heatherheynen.com. Heynen is spelled Heynen, and there you will find links to my online courses, how I work with clients one-on-one, as well as online with my coaching and counseling services that I offer.